strong demand but no supplies. Okay, we've talked about this many times. I mean, how good is it if people want to buy your stuff and you don't have enough to sell? That's not necessarily a positive. So let's see what happens there. Yields in focus here with market watching that. Evergrande looks like, I mean, it's in the back burner, but they had some talks to sell a division that collapsed. There was they had some cash squeeze, and I think one of their directors had to put money in the firm. So that's still kind of circulating in the back. And you have a lot of talk and articles just about basically retail shoppers, seeing higher costs of living, supply chain pressures, wage pressures, and all of this stuff, right? So just kind of headlines hitting. So that's really it. But it could be a fairly muted day. I think the market wants to wait and see what these other companies have to say, and then I think next week you're going to get more of big tech earnings, and that's going to be key. So
okay, very nice. So let's talk a little bit about Tesla. Well, let's get started and then we'll talk about Tesla. Okay, good morning everybody. 10:21. Okay, stocks go up, stocks go down. Things that you learned about Tesla that you need to know, and I posted this out there. I mean, this is amazing. I mean, this is what people like Kramer, all these guys on CNBC, these clowns on other shows and all this stuff that talk about, oh my God, I like Ford, I like GM, or you should look at the margin. So if let's say on $1 billion, if they get $1 billion in sales, GM makes $70 million, 7%. Ford makes $70 million. Tesla makes almost $288 million, 4 times as much. 4 times as much with the same sales. And people are like, why does Tesla trade at a higher PE? Really? Think about that. Fascinating to me. People don't comprehend. Let's say you at a restaurant, you own a restaurant. This is easy to understand. And people love you. Who knows? I mean, say Omid starts one and Omid's cooking. People are like, I got to go to Omid's restaurant. And he charges $10 for something. I don't know, say he's selling hot dogs. And he charges $10. He's making $5 a hot dog. The guy next door is selling the exact same hot dog. He gets it from the same supplier. And he's only making $1 for a hot dog. Because he can't charge the same price, and his process is worse. Maybe he has to hire 3 people to flip that hot dog. I don't know. Who knows? Okay? Who does better, right? Who does better? Very, very interesting. So know this. So that's how good Tesla is. And if you start moving up the chain, as Tesla starts more and more production, it's going to do even better and better and better. And then they add the next thing. And now what people are talking about is they changed their batteries. So now that's better. Jesus. They're going to charge all these other companies to use their charging network, which is about to double. That's going to be better. So many things in the fire with Tesla. And don't miss it again. Let it go down. It's going to go down. It's probably going to hit, if it hits this 848, it's probably going to go to 839. 839. If that doesn't hold, it's going lower. If it holds, it's going to pop back up. And it's going to do what Netflix did. Netflix popped. Think about it. Our 4 went to 9 in the first 5 minutes. I sold them. Took a point and stuff and sold it. We just sold. I mean, because we knew it wasn't going to hold. I knew it wasn't going to hold, but I knew it was going to pop. Okay? Then we see and then we see. So that's Tesla. But if it pops down to 838, 839, the 880s are going to go to $7, maybe 6 for next week. And if it pops back up, they'll go to 10 right away. Now, if it goes positive, those things become a grand slam. Okay, their rates are up. That means techs are lower. They're slowly working lower. SPX is working lower. We're in an up cycle. We're not in a down cycle right now. Okay? Just know that. We're in an up cycle. It's not a down cycle. ASML. 761, 732. Here's the problem with ASML. I went back and listened to and did some more research on this. They can't make enough parts, but they didn't tell you if it's 1 quarter, and that's why it collapsed. And some people are saying, "Yo, this automotive stuff lasts for another year." So what happens if ASML next quarter says the same thing, nothing eased up? Maybe it goes all the way down to 700. Maybe it goes to 650. Look at Lam Research. Lam Research down 130 points from high. Up 130 points. Okay? So then we see, and then we see. So interesting. So keep an eye on it. Interesting. They can go lower. Because nobody's telling you this is over next quarter. If it's over next quarter, you wouldn't guide down. Lam Research. If it does what ASML does, ASML opened down 20-ish, popped 5, and dropped another 25. So in theory, Lam Research hits 555 out of the pop, and then goes down to 530. Then we see. Goldman Sachs, just sitting there, can't get through 416. Coin, all about Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes positive today, this thing is going to go to 320. If Bitcoin goes negative, it's going to go lower. But you don't understand the Facebook thing with Coinbase. If they create accounts that are already created for every Facebook employee, or not employee, every Facebook member, you're going to get, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. I tell you, and I rant about it, I hate Coin, I hate the customer service, it's garbage, why would anybody put money in? That's okay. You can have your opinion, but the smart traders, the great traders in the world, like I tell you, Roku isn't worth anything, but I go buy Roku and take it from 1 to 6. I go buy Roku and take it from 2 to 30. Who can do that? Only people that are not biased. That, you know, so you know Coin customer service is garbage. But it doesn't matter if they're still selling stuff. Why is their service garbage? I can tell you why. You want me to tell you why? Unless you know, do you know? Because they don't have to. They're like, we have more business than we know what to do with. Let me tell you, 50 years ago, you go into a restaurant or something and say, oh my God, this is no good. They're like, oh, we're sorry, sir, we're sorry. You know what they do now? Get the hell out of here. Don't come back. Get out now. They don't care. And that's Coinbase. They don't care because they have more customers than they know. So that's good for the stock. Not good for you if you want customer service, but good for the stock. And the deal with Facebook is good. And if it gets over 332, there's really nothing till 390. Jesus. NVAX, 144 is a big number. AFRM is positive. Does this rip to 156? If it does, it can start, then it can go. Then we see. Snowman needs 442, 451. MicroStrategy, if Bitcoin goes positive, it'll try back to 777. Got near 777 yesterday. Wow, it's down 30. Isn't that funny? MicroStrategy is very interesting. Every time Bitcoin even goes down 100, it thinks $100, which isn't a lot for Bitcoin. This thing drops 30. It just does. CMG earnings, I believe, are today. Does it take off? Does it go down? You know, I don't know if it's going to take off. We'll see. We'll probably play it after the fact. Amazon, I keep telling you, there's 3 bad things happening with Amazon, even though it's running right now. Okay? So these little puppies are playing with each other. They're going nuts. Calm down. Jumping all over. Okay. NOW will probably roll up. If it can get to 688, it can run to 700. Netflix working lower, probably 609, somewhere in there. Upside, if it takes out 662, it'll run. when it does, BNTX up. It's up over yesterday's. See if this gets through 276. I told you about the booster. Nobody's really talking about it. But people should be saying if you get the booster, you pretty much are not getting it, the virus. So why wouldn't everybody get it? Nobody's really touting it. Very interesting. Roku way lower, dropped 5. I don't really know what happened to it. We'll keep an eye on it. You had $6 in them, and it would have covered everything. We'll see. Google, if the rates pop to 180, Google is going to go 27.90 this week. Okay, Tesla, working lower. Use next week's or go 2 weeks out. Let me tell you, the 900s 2 to 3 weeks out become very interesting. 2 to 3 weeks out. Not this week, 2 to 3 weeks out. Okay, then we see. Okay, comments, questions. Where's the questions? Only one Sam, 1 week. There you go. Okay, everybody have a great trade day. See you in chat.